Hi, my name is Carly Warinsky. I live in Farmington, Utah, and currently attend Farmington High School. The community that I've chosen to talk about today is the basketball team for the high school. This team is a group of 26 of the best girls basketball players that attend Farmington High School. Within that team are 3 smaller teams. These include a sophomore team made up primarily of freshmen and sophomores, a JV team which is made up primarily of juniors, and a varsity team which is made up of the best players on the team no matter their age. The season for basketball starts in November and lasts through February. However, our team works and trains together all year long. We have various practices, camps, tournaments, and open gyms that help keep us in shape for regular season play. Because the season is so short, all of this practice is necessary in order to prep for the state tournament, which comes around just once a year. On the girls basketball team, our coaches and teammates hold us to very high standards in order to ensure that we are always doing our best for ourselves and for the team. We have many rules set in place so that we can be the best team possible. One of the rules is that you must attend every practice. This rule has a lot of value because if a player misses a practice, then they will be behind the rest of the team, as well as being unprepared for the next game. This will not only hurt the player that missed the practice, it will hurt the entire team. This player will have missed out on the plays and formations that the rest of the team learned, and when it comes time for the game, they will most likely get confused and mess up the play. This could result in a loss for the game for the entire team, which is really bad, especially in the race for a region or state championship. The coaches will also have specific consequences for a player who misses a practice, such as being benched for one or multiple games in order to avoid these issues. As a player who breached this social norm or rule, it would be very hard to deal with. Hypothetically, let's say a girl went on a family vacation. They took a 7-day cruise to the Bahamas during the preseason. Luckily, she didn't miss any games because the season had just started and games had not yet begun. However, because it was an entire week, she missed 5 practices. During this week, she missed out on all the plays and formations that the team had prepared for the first few games. As a result of this, the coach decided she would be benched for the first 2 games and be required to stay after practice for an extra hour for the next week to make up the practice she missed while she was on vacation. As a player, this would be very hard to deal with. It would be difficult to face the players and coaches that you let down because of your absence. It would be even harder to have to sit down on the bench and watch your team play when all you would want to be is on the court with them. Luckily, I have some tips to help players deal with the consequences of breaching this rule. Tip number 1. If you are a player who got benched for missing practice, try to focus on the positive. I know that it would be hard to watch the team play while you are sitting on the bench, but that doesn't mean that you have to be upset. Cheer for each player as they do something good and for the entire team. Keep it in mind that even though you are not playing, you are still part of the team and you are working towards a state championship. My second tip would be if your coach punishes you by making you stay after practice to make up missed practice time, would be to get a teammate to stay with you. Even though they did not miss practice like you did, it would be nice to have someone to run or go over plays with. It might also be good practice and review or conditioning for that player. Overall, the girls basketball team is a very tight-knit community. We are very close and support each other and each one of our teammates. We hold each other to very high standards and have consequences when those are broken. As long as you remember what you are working towards and who you have by your side, surviving in this community is very easy and very fun.